not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Fear him who can destroy both body and soul in hell.
Well, while filming The Promise, we were in the middle of a romantic scene between our leads, Alex Cruz and Christina. They were about to kiss, and we're in this remote, wild location by a lake, and as soon as they would go for the kiss, there was this wild duck hidden somewhere in the bushes, and it would just start quacking very loudly. It took us a few takes until they were able to maintain and get into the moment, because the duck would just keep coming back. We would cut and wait, and then as soon as we say action, they go for the kiss. Here's the duck again, and it was pretty loud, but we made it work, and they did a great job.
Funniest thing that happened on the set of The Promise. During filming, we were in a very remote location, so we were not able to get lunch. So we became known as No Lunch Productions. My usual tagline was, "Stop your whining," which then went into, we actually had a huge guard who was actually shaped like Arnold Schwarzenegger with these humongous arms and everything. Very nice guy, but we got so bored, we did a Victoria's Secret type photo shoot in the mask and everything, and with the whip, and it did really well on social media. I had no idea, but that kind of explains my dating life. I think women are more into the 50 Shades of Grey, and then we had 50 Shades of Ray, which is a maestro with the whip.
At the end of the day's shoot, and it was getting dark, we were really running out of light, and then it got dark, and we're trying to scramble through this highly wooded area with rocks and stuff, and we have to cross a stream, and we're like, I think knee deep in water, and I'm carrying this big heavy case, and Alex says, "Maestro, you can't carry that, give me that." And he picks up the case and the actress and runs across the stream with carrying them both. I don't know how he managed to do this, but I was astonished, but that was the funniest thing, is he's scrambling in the dark, trying to pack everything together and run across the woods and then across the stream back to where we were going.
The most challenging part of the film was being in a remote location, several hours without water, access to bathrooms, and doing physically taxing sword fights with a lot of different camera angles. That was somewhat challenging.
The most challenging part was actually two things. Preparing Alex on time, because I really had very little time with him. I wish I had more time with him. The second most challenging part is working on that terrain. The terrain was dreadful. It's full of rocks. We couldn't get even footing. The space, although in the film it looks big, it wasn't. It was very confined. So we had to very carefully prepare the fight choreography and do it really painstakingly. And only then we film it. And that was really hard. It was one thing after another, but that was the most challenging part, but we did it.
The challenging part was that we were filming in a remote location in the woods deep. There was the nature elements. As soon as we got to one spot to film a very important scene for the film, all of a sudden it started raining. And there was no way to go back. We had to film, and we just had to do it in the rain. So everybody was very committed and pushed through, and it looks even better because of the rain.
I fell in love with the sword working with Maestro Ramon Martinez. It's just one of those things that I always busy, but if you put one of these things in my hand, I don't need to sleep. So back to school with Ray.
My school is myself and my wife in school working on a project. We're going to northern Italy next spring, and we're doing an intensive training for a week.
Well, next we had such an amazing experience on The Promise, Promisiunea in Romanian, and we hope to give this project a chance to grow and maybe make a TV series out of it, or even a feature film.
Until you join us, you will never have my approval.
Who says I need it?